On this channel, you hear me constantly talk about broken pipe dreams and just how great they are. Well, we got some pretty big jet fuel for these broken pipe dreams. You are looking at probably the best goddamn spellcaster support that I have ever seen. And I'll be completely honest with you, this came out of left field. No one expected this, and the jokes aside for the current TCG, I agree with people. I don't think we're going to get this until 2020, honestly. This is absolutely insane. This one, not so much. It's more or less in the spell card. And we'll go through the spell card and why it's just so damn broken here in a little bit, because there's a few things I want to point out here. But the first big one is that fusion you saw. And yes, that was 4,500 level 12. It requires 5 spellcaster type monsters to make this thing. Alright, keep that in mind. They don't have to be the same name, but they have to be the same name for the effect. But we'll get there. So Quintet, Magician, 45-45. And they're working on fixing a lot of the previous issues that we had with boss monsters. This is the start of a new generation. So if this card is fusion summoned by using 5 spellcaster monsters with different names as material, you can destroy all cards your opponent controls. Very, very much as any boss monster should have in effect. Especially such an investment as this. A board wipe definitely brings it on home for this guy. It's something that we've needed. And now, the new clause that they've added to this cannot be tributed or be used as fusion material and cannot be destroyed by card effects. So, they did not put the targeting clause on here, but every person that has bitched about their boss monster being Kaiju, you don't have to worry about that with this. One of the big things that I've seen people discussing this already is people are extremely happy because they're not going to have to lose their monsters to Kaijus, lava golems, Santa Claus, any of that bullshit that would allow your boss monster to be removed. It's a new era in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! And it's a very, very good start in the right direction. I'm shocked that they put that clause on a card, and it definitely shows that the wrath of the Kaijus have been felt all the way back into R&D, and they're finally putting more stipulations on cards to prevent the competitive side of Yu-Gi-Oh! From literally ruining that casual experience, because, not gonna lie, Kaijus are bullshit for boss monsters. Aquila for towers? Oh, no problem. Just Kaiju away. So, some boss monsters I understand, but other things, not so much. And it's also you can still use non-targeting removal to kill it. Just make sure your removal doesn't, actually destroy it, because Compulse just spot removals this anyway, which is really sad, but it's fine. Now, the spell card here. Of course, your first reaction is 5 spellcaster monsters? Robbie, you're way too fucking excited for this. I know, but hear me out here for a second. The spellcaster support card here is absolutely amazing. So, it is Magical Eyes Fusion. You can only activate one card with this card's name once per turn. Oh, absolutely. We were never trying to overload this. You can fusion summon one spellcaster fusion monster from your extra deck by banishing monsters you control or have in your graveyard as fusion materials. They gave fucking Miracle Fusion to spellcasters generically for everything in the archetype. Every spellcaster fusion out there should all Winda just shit her fucking pants, because now we can evidently make her. Now, I actually wanted to go through here, and I wanted to kind of showcase what spellcaster fusion monsters you're going to have. The first one that came into my mind was Camion. I'm not going to lie, I was like, ooh. And spellcaster fusions. How many do we have? Oh, Dark Paladin. Okay, cool. We don't really care about Dark Paladin all that much. It's cool for the Buster Blader deck. If you are going to play Buster Blader, you can tech this. This is very nice for potential archetype support here, but I'm not super feeling that. Fucking so many years for Dark Paladin. The big one, Winda. Should alls Congratulations, you can now banish your extra ship from the graveyard and beam out a window. This is really good value. A little bit more than I wanted to give it credit for, but if you release something like this, I mean, look at the amount of fusions that are here. Like, there are not a lot of them. Camion Wizard, which you're never gonna make. Millennium, Thousand Eyes Restrict. I mean, Relinquish an effect monster, maybe. Never gonna make Musician King. Sandwich is worthless. Skull Knight. Supreme Arcanite Magician, maybe. 1,000 Eyes Restrict. Magic Hammer, and what? Crystal Bell? Like, generically, the spellcaster support that we have for fusions, it's okay to release something like this. This is not super overpowered because of what already exists. I mean, let's take a moment here and just look at how many elemental hero fusions come up for these. I'm pretty sure it's like, oh cool, 2 pages. That's way more than there should be. So, considering what you're getting here for spellcaster type monsters in support, this is literally the first best thing that they've got. Now, as for effect monsters, holy crap, there are 211 pages of spellcasters. Oh, hey, the Abyss Actors are in here. I'm not gonna go through all of these because that's a lot. The fuck is this thing? Was a spellcaster? Oh no, I listed it by spellcasters. My bad. Every once in a while, I'll bamboozle myself into something hilarious. The man with the widget. Oh, we're totally going to use that. It's never going to happen. Of course, you've got your more classic things, like Apprentice Magician. Like, I know Altergeist kind of didn't want to mess around with this. Altergeist still got 9,001 problems. But we now have more invocation. Actually, no. Nothing from invocation is spellcaster. Alistair himself is a spellcaster, so you might be able to get a little bit creative with this. I don't think you're going to get to that level. A few people were talking about Pendulum Magicians being something that you would want to use this in, but keep in mind, this only works from the graveyard. So if you're using Pendulum Magicians, you have to load up 5 spellcasters and then play this. They all go to the extra deck. And your opponent has to deal with a level 12 4500, but I don't foresee this seeing that much play in spellcasters, because just like generically, it's just, well, not seeing a lot of play in Pendulum Magicians as a deck, and it's just kind of something to know. I'm kind of looking through here. So many Dark Magician girls. Effect Veiler's a spellcaster, so you can get away with playing that. Korikion's a spellcaster. Droll and Lockbird's a spellcaster. I don't so much care about this, but 2 of your already generic cantrips at your disposal. Well, congratulations. You have access to them. Fairy Tale Snow is another big one. And then some of the other Lightsworn stuff as well. A few people were joking like, oh man, we can play this in 60 card variants. We can mill off our stuff. You can also play this in Ghost Tricks. Evidently, I actually didn't realize that. That's my casual side talking. Ooh, you can make a boss monster in Gravekeepers. Oh my god, it's not like it's 2018 and that deck's totally unplayable. High Priestess of Prophecy. Jaugen. I mean, we ever go back to an era where Jaugen's viable? Fucking Kazuchim's a spellcaster? Who knew? As I was talking about earlier, Lumina, Lila, Effect Veiler, Droll, and Lockbird. These are all kind of things you were already kind of playing in the deck. Snow. I don't think why you couldn't get away with playing it in the 60 card variant. Just as a boss monster, it's like, cool, you grass, you have the spell card, go to town. Just free blowout potential across the board here. Man, spellcasters. Oh man, you guys remember when this was a challenge to make? I remember. Oh god, Plushfire, Hat Tricker, and Trick Clown. I forgot about these guys. Like I said, Pendulum Magicians, I'm not feeling it for this archetype. Like, it's just not viable in there, in my opinion. Of course, we talked about Winda already. You know what you're getting yourself into if you're trying to play Shaddolls without Construct. It's kind of sad. Oh boy, Schmaster Plan. That's a beautiful thing. I don't think there's anything else really viable here. I mean, Subterrors get Fiendus, but like, the amount of spellcasters available, a 60 card variant is probably going to be, I think, the way you're going to go if you're going to actually execute it. Yeah, looking through all of these, 150%, the 60 card bricks are going to be the only version playing this particularity. Depending on if they can even fit it in, they might not be able to. So, interesting to note, though. Fucking Spellcasters. Congratulations, you did it. You got something. To what extent this will go for the next few years in the game, I'll have to wait and see, but this is the best goddamn sport I've seen in a long time. So guys, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think, and I'm out. Later.